Hey guys, Cameron Love, aspiring actor here, and the game has changed. That opening sequence, Negro y Azul. Y Azul. Negro. That's how you say it, right? I've said this like 20,000 times. I can't get it. Black and Blue is what I'm trying to say in Spanish. That's the title of the song. Bank loan. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Negro y Azul. There we go. So yeah, this song has been in my head for the last week. I can't speak Spanish, but it's very catchy. I was able to catch a couple key words like Heisenberg and cartel, so I had to look up what the actual lyrics are in English. They say the color is blue and it's a pure quality, the powerful drug that is circulating in the city. The cartel is running hot because they weren't getting respect. They talk about some Heisenberg who controls the market now. No one knows anything about him because they've never seen him. Now it's living up to the name New Mexico. It looks like Mexico with all the drugs it's hiding. Except it has a gringo boss known as Heisenberg. The only thing that they know is that he's a gringo. Somebody who's an American but not Hispanic. The cartel's about respect, and they'd never forgive. But that guy's dead already, he just doesn't know it. Heisenberg's fame has reached Michoacan. So I guess that's where the cartel tried this blue meth. In Michoacan's still in Mexico, but it has gone international and it's crossed the border. So they're trying to do a little bit of detective work. Let's be real, it's not going to be that hard to do contact tracing, but for blue crystal, all they got to do is talk to somebody who has this blue meth, find out who the dealer was, find the dealer. They'll probably know him by name. Either Badger or Combo, that's his name, the big guy, and Skinny Pete. They might sell Jesse out. So it's not hard. This chain of command is very short. There's only 3 links in this chain. The fury from the cartel. No one has ever escaped. But that guy's dead already. He just doesn't know it. Who's going to be the head of this cartel? That's what I want to know. You saw what they did to Machete. They like sending people messages. And they're going to send Heisenberg a message, a personal message. Like, the DEA isn't even on the radar right now. They're toying with them by attaching a grenade to a turtle with Machete's head on it. That's child's play to them. What are they going to do with Heisenberg? That's who they're looking for. He's already dead. He just doesn't know it. They're going to send somebody. A hitman. I don't want, the 3 Stooges, I call them. Combo, Badger, and Skinny Pete. To be a messenger. They will look for them. They will find them. And they will write a cease and desist letter. Walter's just greedy. Okay, so he has 18 months to live. He's not content with making $6,000 a week. Over the course of 18 months, he'll have everything covered and then some for the future for his family. So, no. It's not good enough. He wants more. I mean, I can understand that he wants more just so that he can stop putting his family, stop ripping apart his family. He wants to get it over with right now. And I hope we find out just a little bit more. I'm so curious about this, giant secret that Walters and Gretchen and Elliot have been harboring these last 20 years. It's just eating away Walter finally, the fury in his voice. When he was talking to Gretchen, it's just this is a giant secret. I'm pretty sure he was blackmailed. It must be her brothers, or she already comes from a wealthy family, right? So maybe their brothers, or her brothers and her father have some stakes somewhere. Maybe it's just something that Gretchen she's totally just unaware of. And Walter was just blackmailed into secrecy. It's not that he can't go and do something else. There's a reason why he can't do something else. Maybe the blackmail is just, you can't work anywhere else. You can't show this idea, show your research to any of these other companies. It's just going to be gray matter. And you have to lay it as low as possible. Just stay out of the way. They made millions off his idea, and they gave him lung cancer. It has to be huge. Watch me find out and be like, that's it? So yeah, I hope we see Gretchen's family at some point. Pinkman, man. Let's be friends. Pinkman's really good at taking care of other people. He took care of the redheaded kid, his aunt, and it just makes me wonder, are both of Pinkman's parents neglectful? It just seems like if somebody doesn't fit their perfect, healthy image, then they just ignore them altogether. It just seems like they like showing off their perfect family. And Jesse being the black sheep, they don't talk about him at all. Or if they do, they talk about him in secret. Because according to Jake, they talk about Jesse all the time. Like he's a problem. And now they kicked him out of his house, his aunt's house. He's got nowhere to go. And going back to the whole neglect, like Pinkman said that he took care of his aunt. Like he did everything. He fed her, like he took her to her appointments, and Pinkman's mom just did nothing. That's why I think, like even if you're like sick, I think they'll try to like sweep you under the rug so that their family comes across as perfect. Because they got Jake, like he seems like a prodigy, but they're driving him to, well, maybe it's just something Jake wanted to try. But like I can just see that this happened to Jesse at some point. Jesse's not an idiot. I think his parents drove him to pursue this life of his, the drugs, all that. And Jake is kind of feeling the pressure himself. So yeah, I think Pinkman's parents are toxic. And it's a good thing that he cut them out of his life. I mean, Pinkman might look like a delinquent in their eyes, but like they raised him with really good morals. And, he's taking care of this kid. He saved the kid's life, basically. And he asked him to promise to have a good life, something like the one that he missed. So I want to know what's going on with Pinkman's family, man. Driving me nuts. Everything, this entire show takes place in the past. And we're just getting hints of it right now. I want to know. Pinkman, he's not cut out to being a drug lord. He can't kill a bug, and he most certainly can't. He lucked out with what happened to Spooge and Spooge's wife. And he's just happy with their small operation, as it is right now. But Walter keeps pumping it up. And I think Walter's filling this father figure void that Pinkman's just, he wants to still work with Walter, I think. If they were to call it quits, I think Jesse would still be like, calling him on the phone. Hey, do you want to cook? We haven't cooked in a while. And he's so honest, too. Like, he told Jane exactly not the whole truth, but he's opening up to her. I think that he's going to eventually, now that they've kind of started a relationship together, he's going to introduce her to his world, which is what I'm scared of, because that's just one more person to be used as, like, leverage if they get caught against Pinkman and Walter. So, I like Jane, she's cool. Don't hurt Jane. Skyler. Okay, let's be real. Skyler's gonna call Gretchen at some point. Why did Walter say that lie? Like, the guy's a friggin' idiot. Yeah, I think you guys are right with Gretchen and Elliot. It's been 20 years, but they seem to be, in contact like every couple of years. They'll drop a line and say, hey, how's it going? But every couple of years. And, like, that makes sense, too, because Walter Jr. has never met Gretchen at all. So I think it's only at these, like, little parties at Elliot and Gretchen's house that they ever get together and do stuff. So, yeah, that lie about Gretchen and Elliot being broke, Skyler's gonna go snooping. She's gonna ask, Gretchen, are you okay? Well, Walter told me that you're broke. You're not actually broke, you're filthy rich. Hey, I've been meaning to tell you, how did you get so, like... So that lie is going to come out. And what's Skyler going to do now? Now she's working at Mr. Grabby Hand's factory. Mr. Grabby Hand's Grab-a-Palooza. Mr. Grabby Hand's factory are us. So yeah, now she's working at her old job with her old colleague who's her boss. And he's going to make a move. And now Skyler's going to have this giant secret. She mentioned that she left that job 4 years ago. That was probably the reason why she left. I don't think Walter knows about that. He just knows that she left that job. That guy's a creep. He's got like friggin' wine stains on his shirt at like 10 in the morning. This will be a test of Skyler's morals. So yeah, we'll see if it happens again. So if she tells Walter, she's great. If she keeps it a secret, then she's a hypocrite. Hank. His PTSD saved him from that explosion. But things are worse now. Hank he's got good luck and bad luck. His good luck is his bad luck. I think Hank is going to get promoted even further. Now he's going to be the head of this task force finding the cartel. And that's probably the last place where a guy like him suffering from PTSD should be. I hope we get to meet Dave and just find out a little bit more about Marie. It had to have happened. This stealing habit must have happened within the last couple of years. I mean, they've shown that they tell secrets to each other. Skyler already mentioned Ted, so Marie, within these last 4 years, must have developed this new habit. Otherwise, maybe she would have told Skyler. And it's not just ignoring Skyler or dancing around the topic of her stealing something. Like, she always goes back and just, rambles on about totally mundane stuff that nobody really cares about. It's just all small talk with her. Because she doesn't want to talk about, bigger issues. She's uncomfortable. And I feel like this thing with Hank, she's not going to mention to anybody else either. She wants to just go about her own happy-go-lucky, spoiled life, according to Skyler. Marie was spoiled as a kid. We'll see if she ignores Hank's problem, and if things get worse, and if she, reaches out to him. Because she's really reluctant to open herself up. She's afraid of getting hurt. Walter Jr. or Flynn. Walter Jr., that's a funny name. You have to say the junior. Okay, I have 2 theories on who spread this rumor. I mean, it's not a rumor, it happened. Walter did show up naked in a supermarket. But now every student seems to be making fun of him and, writing on pictures of Mr. White. So I have 2 suspects on who I think is slandering Walter. My first suspect is that bully from the first episode. The guy who looks like Biff from Back to the Future. Butthead. And I also think Lewis. Do we really know anything about this Lewis guy? I think Walter Jr. tells him secrets. And Lewis just kind of, runs his mouth. Badger's cousin. This guy's a dick. It's Scott, the giant dick. So yeah, I don't trust this guy. He's given them a place to stash the RV. He seems like a tough guy, but money talks with this guy. As long as you have Benjamins on you, I feel like at some point, for the right price, he's going to sell out Pinkman and all those guys. I'm expecting to see that stuffed animal opening. It looks like an explosion went off. As you saw the guy at the end in the hazmat suit, picking up and stashing away evidence. It didn't look like there was an explosion. I'm just kind of assuming it's an explosion because half the bear was charred. And we saw Walter's glasses at the end. So, we'll see. Will we ever see Jane ink a tattoo? Will Spooge and Tortuga ever get ahead in life? You know what they say, 2 heads are better than 1. Did Barry really study all night hard? Better call Saul, eh? Attorney at law.
Selling?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This guy seems like a police, rat.
You put a bunch of cops in the back of a garbage truck? There's no way I'm seriously thinking that there's cops in the back of a garbage truck. It's a freebie, yo. Just think about it. Think about it, boys.
I've seen this guy before. Is that the guy from it's like Road Trip. I think that's what the movie's called.
And lift your shirt. Show me you're not wearing a wire.
All right. You know what? Just to show you you're being an asshole.
Ah, I'm blinded by white.
Douchebag.
Oh, come on. I was joking. Come on. Don't walk away angry. Sit down. Come on.
Badger, just stop. Don't be a friend to everyone.
Prove you're not a cop.
How the hell am I supposed to do that?
Yeah, I got it. Go over there and punch that dude right in the face.
Which dude?
The other cop?
That dude?
Yeah,
No way. He'd kick my ass.
true that. Ah, so hard.
Just leave, Badger.
I know. It's simple. If you ask a cop if he's a cop, he's like obligated to tell you. It's in the Constitution.
Oh, come on.
Are you a police officer?
No, I am not a police officer.
Okay then. 25 for a team.
Whoa.
Badger. You have the right to remain silent. Come on.
There you go. Enjoy.
Thanks, man. Albuquerque police, you're under arrest. Get on the ground. Get on your stomach now. On your stomach. Get on the ground.
Hold it right there. Don't move. Sit down.
Didn't take much.
I had a good job until my boss accused me of stealing. I better call Saul.
You are under arrest.
I'd better call Saul. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman.
So is this like a Breaking Bad universe that they're making with the show Better Call Saul?
Don't think I can smell that weed. You better seriously hope that airs out. My dad will keep your security deposit.
Ever caught you?
Yeah. Many times.
Pinkman scored!
Maybe we should light up.
Thanks.
Ugh.
Sure. What do I say?
Nothing. I just have to go, is all.
Keep the change. Oh, it's a button.
What's this?
My 18-month chip. I'm in recovery. And, you know, pot. It's like stepping stones.
Recovery. That's cool. Right on. So, you want to go grab some dinner? I could really go for some Chinese.
Nah, I better hit it.
We cool?
The satellite's on, by the way. That screen's badass.
Well, is this going to be every weekend?
No, it's just the end of the quarter. You remember how that was. But I am earning double time. So
Yeah, you remember that job. Do you remember who she worked for?
what?
You're like super pregnant.
What, you don't even get casual Saturday? No, I just, you look nice.
Oh, right. Yeah, she does.
Everybody's... Hi, you've reached Walt, Skyler, and Walter Jr. Please leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Skyler, are you there? I don't know what to do. I need to talk to you. I'm
Hey, Marie, it's me. What's up?
Hank's probably a mess right now.
Three agents wounded, one lost his leg. It's like when you hear about a rock or something, the IEDs.
Jesus.
I had to hear about it from Steve Gomez. He hangs up the phone, goes right back to bed. And all he keeps saying is, I'm fine, I'm fine. Leave me alone.
Okay, this puts to rest my theory of Marie not opening up about Hank. She's not going to ignore it.
Maybe not now.
It's me. Sorry.
Hey, buddy. What's up? I guess you heard about what happened down in Morris.
Morris.
Terrible.
Those boys from Morris.
Apocalypse now down there. Colonel Kurt's holed up in this jungle. You don't put your second most senior man on the trail of those motherless bastards. You send them home. He's out getting an evidence bag, and so ends up without a scratch on him. So Must be something wrong with that picture, you know. You know,
This is so hard for him.
you know, the things I deal with, you and me don't have much of what you might call an experiential overlap.
What if I told you we do? I have spent my whole life scared, frightened of things that could happen, might not happen. 50 years I spent like that. Finding myself awake at 3 in the morning. But you know what? Ever since my diagnosis, I sleep just fine.
Knowing that time is short, live life to the fullest.
I came to realize it's that fear that's the worst of it. That's the real enemy. So, get up. Get out in the real world. And you kick that bastard as hard as you can, right in the teeth.
Walter's really good at pep talks. Pinkman, Walter Jr., and now Hank. Make it rain!
3 pounds should be 48 each.
Dude, a guy died.
Don't freak, all right? We didn't get ripped off, but Badger hasn't kicked in his full amounts. I know he's planning on pulling all 9er, so he's probably still in the sack.
And wake him up. And sleep after we're paid.
Why you gotta be such a hard-on?
You're not his pal. You're his boss. This only works when they're scared of you, remember?
Combo. You see Badger? Yo, don't you cover for him, bitch. I ask you a straight-up question. I expect a straight-up answer.
There's some fear.
Badger got busted. He's in jail.
You told me to my face you weren't a cop, man. Feel manipulated. Thought we were gonna hang out.
You're hanging out, Badger. You like Badger or Brandon?
Ah!
I like people who don't, like, abuse the Constitution.
You just told me your supplier is. I think this can end very well for you.
What are you doing, detective? What are you doing talking to my client without me present? You sneaky Pete. Now look at your mouth open, vocal cords of Twitter. And we'll talk about it later. Right now, you out. 10 minutes ago. Go on. There are laws, detective. Have your kindergarten teacher read them to you, right? Go grab a juice box, have a nap. Go on.
Did you guys see that scene in Road Trip when that cop was eating that waffle?
Any questions?
You're gonna get me off, right?
What do I look like? Your high school girlfriend? 5 fingers, no waiting? That's a joke, Brandon. Lighten up. Son, I promise you this. I will give you the best criminal defense that money can buy. Gentlemen, I sense you're discussing my client. Anything you care to share with me?
Sure, your commercials, they suck ass. She better act in an epileptic whorehouse.
Is that like the one your mom works at? Is she still offering the 2-for-1 discount? DEA, huh? For a street bust. Now, what would 2 feds want with that little twerp?
Looks like the case got a little bit juicier.
How about we get him a real attorney? Man, what the hell is this? This is who he hires?
You kidding me? This is the guy you want. This is the guy I'd hire.
Oh, it's the guy you'd hire.
There's a secret weapon.
Emilio. Okay, this dude got Emilio off like twice. Okay, both times they had him dead to rights, yo, and then poof. Dude's like Houdini. Seriously, when the going gets tough, you don't want a criminal lawyer, right? You want a criminal lawyer. Know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
So who goes inside? You don't need them seeing my face.
Well, I don't need them seeing my face.
Why not? You look like his typical clientele.
Dick.
Fine. They'll flip for it.
Oh,
Heads.
coin toss is sacred.
Mayhew, Mr. Mayhew.
Mr. Mayhew, nice of you to come down.
So Saul's a criminal?
Saul Goodman. Please sit.
Saul good.
My real name's McGill. Yeah, the Jew thing I just do for the homeboys. They all want a pipe-hitting member of the tribe, so to speak. There's still a few details to be ironed out, but now that the DEA is involved, I think he's looking at time served and probation. So, leave your number with Francesca, and we'll be in touch.
Excuse me, the DEA?
They're after some mystery man, some heavy hitter who goes by the name Heisenberg. They want this guy like the axe wants the turkey. Seems young Brandon may have some information that could lead to his arrest.
I just think that we should review our options.
Options? I'm going to tell you what your options are, okay? And you got a grand total of 2. Option A, Brandon takes the deal. Option B, Brandon goes up to the penitentiary and gets his rectum resized about yay big.
Look, these are vicious, desperate people. I've been told that one of them killed another man by crushing his head with an ATM machine.
People love to take credit for the fun ones. Yeah, the guy who got his head smushed used to be a client of mine. His wife killed him, all right? It was open and shut.
$10,000.
No questions asked.
Cash to you. I'm not saying to throw the case. Just no talking to the DEA.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
What, dude wouldn't take a bribe? That dude in there. Saul Goodman we're talking about.
Morally outraged, he said. Threatened to call the police.
Wait, and Badger's gonna spill?
Heck's on them.
They're gonna intimidate him, I guess.
Lalo didn't send you? No, Lalo?
Who?
Oh, thank God. Oh, Christ. Oh, what can I do for you, gentlemen? Anything, just tell me what you need.
Badger, Brandon Mayhew.
The uncle, the uncle, that was your guy? No offense, guys, but I don't take bribes from strangers. You know, better safe than sorry. That's my motto. But I'll take your money, sure.
Nah, that offer's expired, yo.
Oh, it was kind of low anyways.
40 grand.
I'm easy. I'm gonna keep a happy thought and assume this is just a negotiating tactic.
All right, Badger will not identify anyone to anybody. If he does, you're dead.
Why don't you just kill Badger? You follow me, guys, but mosquitoes buzzing around you, bite you on the ass. You don't go gunning for the mosquito's attorney. You go grab a fly swatter, I mean, so to speak. I mean, all due respect, do I have to spell this out for you?
Oh, it's too late now.
I'm not killing Badger, yo! Hey, he's not gonna like prison. He's gonna sing like Celine Dion, regardless of what you do to me.
Zattel.
Mr. Mayhew?
Are they gonna add Saul? Are there gonna be a trio? It's no longer a duet.
Okay, now listen, the 3 of us are gonna work this out.
Yeah? How?
First things first, you're gonna put $1 in my pocket, both of us. You want attorney-client privilege, don't you? So that everything you say is strictly between us. I mean it. Put $1 in my pocket. Come on, make it official. Come on, do it.
He's got morals.
I got to 5.
I'll take a 5. Come on already, come on. Be cool. Okay, you're now both officially represented by Saul Goodman and Associates. Your secrets are safe with me under threat of disbarment. All right? Okay, so if a prison shanky is completely off the table, and we're sure of that, no shanking!
See, Pinkman takes care of his friends.
Somebody's going to prison. It's just a matter of who.
Maybe they'll get the cop.
Don't get cocky. You ain't home free yet. You don't give us any of your supply, you're going nowhere, you understand?
Agent, the tough guy act is unnecessary. This young man is cooperating fully.
Is that right? Yeah, we're cooperating.
Look at those eyes. He's so innocent.
He just goes by Heisenberg.
Heisenberg, huh? How old is Heisenberg?
Old, like 50 or 70 or something.
Height?
Average, I guess. Medium height, medium weight.
What color hair?
No hair. Dude's balder than you.
Ah!
Better known as Jimmy In and Out. City, state, and federal, he's spent 44 of the last 58 years inside.
Entire life behind bars.
Jimmy provides a very special service. For a price, Jimmy will go to prison for you.
Oh my God.
On purpose? The guy goes to prison on purpose.
He's actually more comfortable inside. The outside world hasn't been too kind to him. The buy is set for tomorrow. Cops bust Jimmy, Badger gets out, everybody's happy, and all it's going to cost you is 80,000 and 1 pound of your finest meth.
Here goes all the profits.
Look, if this option is too expensive, you can still always Badger in the chow line.
You should use a plate. These guys don't make any money. So they gotta keep doing it. Are they in a garbage truck this time?
Oh, no.
Let me see. Who the hell is that?
Oh no.
Mr. Heisenberg, I presume.
He's a bald guy too.
Oh, shit. Now he shows.
You just see him wedge himself in between the two.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh!
No. Oh my God, Jimmy's on the wrong bench.
Get out, I'll do something.
Hey, I thought that was you. Oh, Schrader, I'm blocked.
Oh, Walter's gonna pay for this later.
I'll leave you alone. We'll talk later, Jacob.
Where'd he go? Got him.
Oh my God.
Textbook bust, sir. Yes, sir. Looks like we got a full pound of the blue stuff. Oh, and Heisenberg's real name? James Kilkelly. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was my pleasure.
Hank, he knows. Jane got him a mattress.
You run home, so I let the delivery guys in. I hope that's okay.
Absolutely.
Guys, I think I'm in love. It's a king size.
So you bought a bed?
Yeah.
What is that, a king?
Uh-huh.
Below top.
You know your beds. Oh, let's see if Barry, studied really hard. Not even close. Stupid! S- for stupid.
Oh my God, you really are a chemistry teacher. I was terrible at chemistry. I'm more of a humanities guy.
Me too.
So this is what? Blackmail?
Walter, I'm your lawyer. Anything you say to me is totally privileged. I'm not in the shakedown racket. I'm a lawyer. Even drug dealers need lawyers, right? Especially drug dealers. You know, this kid Mayhew may be the first-year guys to get picked up, but he won't be the last. And if I can find you, how far behind can the cops be?
I don't understand. What exactly are you offering to do for me?
Share some advice?
With some sound advice, proper introductions, who knows? I'll tell you one thing, you've got the right product. Anything that gets the DEA's panties in this big a bunch, you're onto something special. And I would like to be a small and silent part of it. Food for thought, yeah? So if you want to make more money and keep the money that you make, better call Saul.
I think I know what we're going to be watching next, guys. French toast, no sugar. Yeah, no, that guy's, he's from Road Trip. If you want to see the scene I'm talking about, where is it? So, the card should be here, right? It's good. So good. Like, you can just tell, like, the guy's a rat. Well, I'm glad that Marie is, like, reaching out to, Skyler. Well, she called Skyler. But I'm glad that she's actually reaching out for Hank. Yeah, every time they make money, they have to spend all of it just the next day to cover for what they just got out of. So I guess Saul is going to actually guide them into how to do this properly, this whole drug dealer business properly. Badger. Those sweet, innocent baby blues. Pinkman, tell Badger to go home. You can't trust the guy. He can be a friend, but, like, he gets played like a violin. Yo, man, you're a cop! I can't do Badger's voice. What do you mean bacon, fellow drug user? I'm looking to see if you're holding. Walter is going to... Like, I was curious about, Walter's interaction with Badger, but Walter is gonna, like... And Pinkman, like, yeah, he cares about his friend. He's not gonna beat them or anything. Walter, he might pistol whip them or something. But, like, you saw what they did to Saul. It totally just exploded in their face. But Saul's a slippery character. The timing was just too perfect. That's what Hank's thinking. He knows something's not right. This guy's been in and out of jail for what? His entire life? When did he learn to cook? So it's not over. They're not home free. There's always something. Like, that's what Hank is thinking. Everyone's, like, patting themselves on the back. Good job. Looks like this case is closed. I don't know why Walter didn't just ask Marie and Hank for help.
Sir, you can go back to your changing room and get dressed.
Oh, how'd we do?
Did fine.
Nice.
Let's crunch some numbers. How much money are we laundering?
This time, $16,000.
How long you been doing this?
We've had some extenuating circumstances.
Couple abductions.
My fee, which is 17%, comes to $9,960. Congratulations, you just left your family a secondhand Subaru.
It's just to cook more, a lot more.
Yeah, that's unusual. Make hay while the sun is still shining.
It's my professional opinion to ask you to get your crap together, make more meth, and pay me.
Thinking I should go see Mom. I never did call her.
You're expecting the news from the scan to be bad.
Stay positive with me here.
I am. Positive is good. I'm all for positive, but positive doesn't change facts.
I actually think the news from the scan is going to be good. Perhaps you should prepare
We should go somewhere. Why don't we go up to Santa Fe? We'll make a day of it.
You want to go all the way to Santa Fe for a museum?
Santa Fe. We'll open up a restaurant.
Go to the movies or putt-putt. It's the shit.
A little culture won't kill you. Besides, you might like it. A lot of her paintings look like vaginas.
Really?
Damn.
Yo, if I know you, leave a message. Where the hell are you? Pick up the phone. Hello, Jesse, pick up.
Sorry, what's that?
She's gonna go snooping.
We have to cook.
What? Today?
No, don't need today, at least to gather supplies. Now, we're going to need all new glassware, heating mantles, about 100 pounds of ice. Do you have a paper and pencil? You should be writing this down.
Yo, you want to go shopping? Go do it yourself, all right? I got plans.
Smoking marijuana, eating Cheetos, and masturbating do not come hands in my book.
You and your book, man, all right? I'm going to a museum in Santa Fe, not like you need to know.
You and I need to cook through to next Tuesday.
Tuesday, 4 days straight.
Like it or not, we have no choice.
Yeah? And what exactly is that?
Our methylamine is going bad.
What?
It's losing its chemical potency. Now, unless stealing another barrel sounds good to you.
Hell no.
Was that a lie? The methylamine?
Fly safe, okay?
Okay.
Probably gonna go in and then out the side door to go to the RV. And door close. Opens. Says me. Walter. She's gonna call your mom. And the bullet holes I just covered with duct tape.
You brought a meth lab to the airport.
What? You said we were in a hurry. I saved us a trip.
Did you get everything? All 6?
Yeah.
With reflux condensers?
Yes, like I said, yes.
Just go, drive, go.
3 entire bags of Funyuns.
Is Patrick joining us?
Awesome.
God.
Not for me.
How about something with some protein, maybe? Something green, huh?
Ah, man. I'm getting no service.
How are you even alive?
Let me use yours, would you? Absolutely not. To assume Skyler checks my phone records, you know that.
It's not business, all right? It's personal.
Oh, personal. What, female?
Maybe.
Oh, absolutely. That's all I need. Skyler hits redial and some stripper answers.
Look, she's not a stripper.
Walter.
Sorry. My wife checks. Drinking water? Yep. That all we've got?
10 gallons? Well, you plan on taking a bath in it?
Man, they're just gonna cook for days?
No, not there. That is our workstation. Why don't you try to find a place where it won't get lost, hmm? Considering it's our only set, we are a million miles from nowhere.
Try to stick it up your ass sideways.
So what, they're just gonna make all this meth and the batteries are gonna be dead? They'll make a meth pyramid, or they'll make a meth castle instead of a sandcastle. They'll have so much, but they'll have no way to move it. Don't cross the streams. Such a good shot. Oh my god.
19.
You can make a house out of that.
What are we selling for these days?
40 a pound.
$40,000.
Hey, you said raise the prices.
All right, that's 40 times 42 minus distribution charges. $672,000.
All
No. Each.
$672,000
Each.
Each. Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
Here goes the generator.
Still got 10, 12 gallons of methylamine. Come on, where's your ambition?
Jesus, seriously?
It's not enough.
Supper rooms.
Yeah, that's a given. He's dead.
Jesse, back when I asked you to put the keys in a safe place, where did you put them?
I'm right here in the ignition.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, no, this is not my fault, all right? The buzzer didn't buzz.
The what?
The buzzer that buzzes when you put the keys in to, like, let you know that the battery's on. I know that. It didn't buzz. Look, I didn't turn the key or anything, all right? I'm not stupid.
It's just a genetic thing with you? Is it congenital? Did your mother drop you on your head when you were a baby?
The buzzer did not buzz, and you were the one that made me move the keys in the first place, remember?
Yes, I see your point. Your imbecility being what it is, I should have known to say, Jesse, don't leave the keys in the ignition the entire 2 days.
I wanted to leave them on the counter, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the workstation.
We need to jump the battery somehow.
Okay. How?
Ugh. Why did you do it? Get him to do it. The entire thing was just covered in gasoline. Like the spillage. Don't. No. Stand back, Jesse.
Now really pull, not like a girl.
Come on. Pull this. I am pulling. This needs to warm up a little.
There goes your water. You can't catch a break. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well done. Jesse, as always, just... Well done.
You know, maybe one of these days, Jesse's actually gonna come through with that brain of his.
Okay, now we have to use your phone.
This is ruined. You understand? Just ruined.
Yeah, no, I understand you hooked it up wrong and blew it up.
No. That is not what happened.
How do you know?
What I know is that I wasn't the one who dumped out the last of our water. That's what I know.
There was a fire. Excuse me for thinking on my feet.
Oh, is that what you were thinking? Ah, now that we have identified the problem, you and thinking, that's the problem. All right, look. Just make it snappy.
Yo, Skinny, hey. Yeah. Listen, man, I need you to come pick us up. Now. All right, we're stuck out here. All right, no, big arrows, giant arrows. They light up and blink and shit. You can't miss them. But then you're gonna want to kind of take it slow because there's this... It's right before the white sign with a 3 on it. Okay, now you're gonna be way out in the boonies, okay, like crazy far. So you're just gonna keep heading down that dirt road for, like what?
About another 15 miles.
Really? That far?
Yeah, hurry up.
Jesus.
Right, just go down that road for like 15 more miles, all right? I mean, we're way the hell out here, all right? Oh, and yo, hey, listen, bring water.
Oh, I thought you said leave tomorrow.
He's on the dirt road. Good. You just crossed the river? Yeah. Have you seen anything?
No. What river?
Yeah, hey, yo, what river? Pete, what the hell river are you talking about, man? There's no river. Hey, yo, Pete, can you...
Theoretically, it should work. Theoretically.
What are you saying? I'm stupid?
It has to work. You understand?
Hey. Mr. White.
Well, he's still breathing.
No. I'll give it a little longer. Just to make sure. That for me doesn't spoil, does it? No. That's not why we're here.
Practice does not make perfect when it comes to Walter and lying.
Yes! Yes! No! No, please! No! Mr. White! Mr. White! I have it coming.
Maybe it'll rain.
I deserve this. Snap out of it. All right, first off, everything you did for your family. Right? All I ever managed to do was worry and disappoint them. And lie. Screw this. I'm walking. You can come or not. Oh, shoot. Jesse. Your body is running dangerously low on electrolytes. Sodium, potassium, calcium. And when they're gone, your brain ceases to communicate with your muscles. You go marching out there, and within an hour, you'll be dead. Okay. You need to cut out all your loser crybaby crap right now and think of something scientific. Something scientific, right? Like, come on! Man, you're smart. Or you made poison out of beans, yo.
Make gas or something out of gummy bears.
Right here. All right? How about you take some of these chemicals and mix up some...
Those onion things.
rocket fuel. That way you can just send up a signal flare. Or you make some kind of robot to get us help. Or a homing device. Or build a new battery. Or...
New battery.
Like a doom buggy. And that way we can just doom buggy her.
He's still talking. Jesse, you genius, you.
Do you have any money? Change? Coin? Yeah, I got a bunch of them. Okay. Yes.
Gather them and washers and nuts and bolts and screws and whatever little pieces of metal we can think of that is galvanized. It has to be galvanized or solid zinc.
What are we building?
You said it yourself.
Robot.
Battery. Move! Trust me, it is the battery. Or rather, one cell of the battery.
We need the potato.
Yeah, well, no. The potassium hydroxide is the electrolyte. But yes, that's what I'm soaking the sponges in. Good. Good, and now, what shall we use to conduct this beautiful current with? What one particular element comes to mind? Wire. Copper.
Copper.
Anode. Damn. That is good. That's very good. Okay. Here we go.
RV whisper. The cell phone as the record from Skinny Pete. Where's Skinny Pete? Maybe Walter's going to tell Skyler the truth.
I know I can trust you.
You know, whatever happens, your family will get your share.
Thank you.
I'll be hearing from you. Yeah.
Yep.
Is that baby ever going to come out, you think?
Good question.
I know enough already.
I'm teasing. Well, I have your scan results.
No.
And you're showing signs of remission. It does not mean that the patient is cured. To classify someone as in remission, we only need to determine that the tumor hasn't grown.
That it hasn't grown.
So it's the same size?
Technically speaking, a tumor can remain the exact same size it was before, and the patient could still be in remission.
And how has my cancer responded?
Walt, your tumor has shrunk by 80%.
Whoa.
Oh my God! Wait! I'm sorry. Wait, I'm really I'm confused. Is an 80% a lot?
Mom. Yeah.
Yes, 80% is a lot. It's very good news.
Oh my God!
Son, are you kidding me? Just when I tried to get out, they pulled me back in.
Now, that cough is the other thing we need to discuss. According to your scan, Walt, you have radiation pneumonitis. It's okay. This is fairly common. See that scary-looking thing there? That's tissue inflammation. It's a reaction to your radiotherapy. It's usually not serious, but it can produce a cough like that.
Because the other day I was coughing up some blood.
You probably have a tear in your esophagus from the coughing, and that can be very serious. You could rupture and bleed to death. This is something that we're going to have to deal with before you leave here today.
Wait a minute. Walt, when did this happen? Why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry, I just...
No more secrets, Walt. With something like this, you have to call me immediately. Now with these results, we're not completely out of the woods, but now at least we have some options.
I wonder if Pinkman will go to Santa Fe. just a little thing, but I like when Pinkman just sort of whispers under his breath, just out of breath. He's whispering, please, please, please. You know, it's just those little details I love. I thought they were going to make, like, some sort of battery out of gummy bears. Jane. I mean, she wasn't, like, snooping. Jesse was just talking really loud. So can you blame her for overhearing it? We'll open up a restaurant in Santa Fe. I wonder if they ever did go to Santa Fe. At least now they'll have enough money to cover Saul, a criminal lawyer as a criminal lawyer. Genius. I'm learning a lot from this show. Just like survival skills. You don't need to listen to Bear Grylls, just watch Breaking Bad. A couple episodes, you'll survive out in the wilderness. You can just call it quits now. We'll see. We'll see if he calls it quits. Like if they sell, well, they can't keep selling. Heisenberg is supposed to be in jail right now. Unless Diesel becomes the new, producer of this blue crystal. Because as soon as that blue crystal is back on the streets, like, the DEA will know. Okay, who is this guy? I don't know. Personally, I think a good way to send Heisenberg a message would be to kill Heisenberg, right? Going back to what Saul said about, shanking a badger, it just seems like, how easy is it for somebody to actually pay somebody off in prison and get them to shank somebody? If Saul can do it, I think the cartel is able to do that as well. Just going back to that song, Black and Blue, Heisenberg's already dead, he just doesn't know it. Nobody's escaped their fury, and they like sending messages. And Heisenberg controls the market now, right? So they'll get to the fake Heisenberg in prison, or before prison, and take him out. 'Cause Hank knows. He knows that, like, when did this guy ever get time to, practice chemistry in prison? And then he makes the most pure come on. Knows exactly what to steal. He's probably, no. And, like, if they want something, they'll do it. Pay off somebody, threaten somebody to give them access to Heisenberg, kill him in prison. That's what I'm expecting. I hope we, see something. I'm getting so many new things, so many new questions, and nothing's been, answered. I'm just soaking it all in. Oh my God. No, not again. Oh, there's two of them now. Stop. This is intense. Okay, so it's not Walter. Maybe it was a hit job. I kind of saw that punch as Walter sort of venting frustration. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat this. Just like when he was able to get his money from Tuco the first time, after he threw the mercury and the thing exploded.
You're not thinking about going to work today, are you?
I would. That inhaler really seems to be doing the trick.
Mom wants a party.
It's just a little get-together, that's all. Sunday afternoon, maybe? No, nothing too big.
With Elliot and Gretchen.
A few friends. A lot to celebrate.
Oh my god. Because they were helping Walter with the treatment. Skyler's gonna invite Elliot and Gretchen.
The upshot is that I have radiation pneumonitis.
How was I supposed to know negative as a good thing?
That's awesome. Serious? That's great, man. I mean, my aunt, she never, I mean, you know, at your stage, I didn't think that could happen. Mr. White, you kicked his ass, yo. No. You must be so psyched.
I love how he still calls him Mr. White.
Oh, hey, I almost forgot. So, how do you want to, you know,
Call it quits?
proceed?
Oh.
In light of this kick-ass news?
We'll take our time and stay cautious. Sell off what we have. And I guess I'm done.
We really do want to thank you. These last few months have been, wow, a challenging time, to put it mildly. But, I have to say, Walt's come through it like a champ. Honey, I'm so proud of you.
I feel like this is a false positive.
Okay, anyway, I want to also express my gratitude to two very special people who couldn't be here today, but they send their regrets and their warm wishes. Gretchen and Elliot Schwartz, for those of you who don't know them, are, well, they're heroes. They are incredibly generous friends who made the amazing offer to pay for Walt's treatment. And they did. So, to Gretchen.
I mean, Gretchen should say, she went along with the lie, so...
It's kind of funny. When I got my diagnosis, cancer, I said to myself, you know, why me? And then, the other day when I got the good news, I said the same thing. Anyway, thank you for coming, and enjoy.
That was the name of our snitch. Bean speak for tortoise, okay? Tortoise, turtle, what have you. I never knew the difference myself.
One lives on the land, the other one goes in the sea.
Poetic. I guess, yeah, poetic. He was poetic.
Go ahead.
Why is he so pissed?
Better not let your mom see. He was a good
That's
old boy,
straight
you
up.
know? Hey, there you go, thanks. I mean, this guy could put him away like he had 2 livers, okay? Like a fish, okay? Like a drunk fish. We were drinking Mescal stupid. But, hey. Whoa, what you doing there?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Kid's 16. You going for Father of the Year?
What are you looking at him for? We're celebrating. Look. Hey! Bring the bottle back.
Sorry, buddy. No can do.
It's my son. My bottle, my house.
It's all right.
What are you waiting for? Bring it back.
Always call it
The bottle. Now.
What's going on?
There's a throw up. That was a good one. It's like a switch just flipped in Walter's brain. It's like staring death in the face. And he thinks that he won, so he feels invincible right now.
So what are you up to today? Working? Whatever that means.
No. I'm all yours.
Really?
I wanted to say that I'm not exactly sure who that was yesterday, but it wasn't me. I'm sorry.
Maybe Walter is a schizo. This Heisenberg personality, this dark passenger, it's taken over. Ugh. Or, water cooler, leaky water cooler.
I just wanted to say that, well, we'll talk tonight, but I wanted to say that...
Hey there.
That was a nice transition.
Wow, who brought the churros?
Oh, that would be me. I leave them at home. Just wind up eating them all myself, so.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Well, feel free to bring these anytime.
You cannot beat the thermal efficiency of C3.
Yeah? Then again, what about tankless?
Sure, we got them. I mean, the good ones will really run up your price, though. Set you back about $1,200.
It's not an issue.
And who's this? This guy can surf without a board?
That's Hover Man. He can surf, skate, glide, whatever, because he's always got a 6-inch cushion of air under his feet.
That's cool. Great lines. And this guy? What's his superpower?
Diesel.
That's Kanga Man.
Kanga man, half kangaroo. And this is?
It's Backwardo.
Backwater.
No, I changed it to Rewindo. Anyways, he goes backwards.
He walks backwards. Is that a superpower? What good is that?
No, I mean, he does it, like, really fast. Yo, I was a kid when I drew all these. It was, like, 4 years ago.
They all look like you.
What?
It's you in all of these.
No.
I wonder what a shrink would say if he saw them. Is that your door or mine? Sounds like mine.
It's probably your dad.
I gotta go.
Where?
Jane.
He's probably got the keys to Pinkman's house, too.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, there you are. Hi, honey. Well, I was in the neighborhood. Was wondering if you wanted to grab some lunch.
Sure, yeah.
It's your dad?
What are you doing?
Yes.
Hello.
Jesse Jackson.
I'm sorry, did you need something?
No.
Dad, why don't you come in? It was nice seeing you.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Finally, hot water. No more toxic waste.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Top of the line, on demand, unlimited.
How did you afford this?
Sweet.
Hey, want to take her for a spin? And the energy savings. I mean, oh, careful. Probably some adjustments I need to make.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Son, about yesterday.
I'm sorry about the pool.
No, that was not your fault, not at all.
You and Uncle Hank, you seem pissed off.
No, we're fine. Everything's fine. I called him this morning and made my apologies. But son, I owe you an apology most of all. I should have used better judgment all around. Having you drink in the first place, it was not right. For that, I'm very sorry.
It's probably moldy underneath. Can't do that in the house, man.
Hey. You want to catch a movie later?
Yo,
What?
what was that all about?
What?
4 with your dad. What's the deal?
There's no deal. I was helping you out, okay? Protecting you.
How's that?
Could you elaborate?
I mean, I'm letting you smoke in here and everything.
I bought a filter.
And I figured the less he knows, the better.
You acted like you didn't even know me.
So?
So?
You think I'm gonna be all like, hey dad, meet the stoner guy who lives next door, and by the way, I'm sleeping with him?
The stoner guy.
Why do you even care about my dad?
I don't.
Good, then I don't know why we're talking about it.
Us. All right, I'm talking about us.
Us.
Yeah. You and me.
Who's you and me?
I'm out of here.
Nobody gets to know Jesse. They just see him as the stoner guy. Walter, you know, when he gets angry. And now Jane.
Hello? What? Oh, hey. What are you doing?
Yeah.
We've got rot.
Rot.
Yeah, here. I'll show you. Here. Take a look at that. See that? Ever seen anything like it?
It's wood.
That's wood. Yeah, well, it's there. You just have to know where to look. Here. Then, you cut it all out. Just cut it out and start fresh.
You may as well just flip the house.
Is the whole house gonna collapse or something?
Not if I can help it.
There's that transition again. So good. From brown water from the water heater to the tea, and then from the drilling and the sawing to the vacuum. Just seamless.
Or not. And seriously, you're not gonna make me lock you in, are you? Sky?
Is she afraid to go home?
Skyler?
Jesus.
Mom, I'm fine. Doesn't feel any different.
The, good news.
I mean, Nothing's really changed. Just postponed. There's supposed to be a light at the end of the tunnel. But, lately it just feels like...
Long tunnel. Being that rock. You know, being that rock takes everything you got.
Ugh. He's trying to fill his time with, like, tasks that he doesn't have to do. I guess he just doesn't want to fall into that, like, Heisenberg mode again, so he's trying to distract himself.
Finally, there's rot.
Going back.
I'm going in. Apology girl. Aww.
Back.
Oh, damn! Clumsy. No, Ted, you don't have to do that.
May as well replace all the pipes, the wiring too. Skyler's trying to fill a void too. What do you think you're doing? You copying my recipe? You're doing it wrong.
You're buying the wrong matches.
What?
Those matches, they're the wrong kind. Red phosphorus is found in the striker strips, not the matches themselves. You need to get the big 200-count box of individual matchbooks.
He wants to cook.
Different items, different stores.
He's
attracts less attention. Huh? You following me here?
He's addicted to this lifestyle now. The Heisenberg switch is taking over.
Stay out of my territory.
Found a new song I can work out to. He loves the lifestyle. It's just he feels so powerful. He doesn't want to go back to being scared Walter White, Mr. White, chemistry teacher. You notice his grading? He's a lot harsher on the grades. Man, like if he's such a great teacher, it seems like everyone loves him, right? Why are all his students failing? Does he take marks off for spelling too? Oh man, the game has changed. Yeah, these 3 episodes, they really flowed well together because there's kind of like a phoenix rising from the ashes metaphor happening here. In episode 8, he's still Walter. He's still doing Walter tactics. It's like, oh, how are we gonna get out of this mess? I know. I'll distract these guys, and you go over there and you help Badger out, and I'll do it in my own quirky little way. And then Walter, he's close to death in episode 9. So he's stranded in the desert. Walter White died that day. The Walter that we knew. He died that day. And since he survived that, he rose from the ashes. He's now Heisenberg. And Heisenberg's like, okay, we've had you in the driver's seat long enough. It's my turn to drive. Yeah, that makes total sense. To me, at least. Heisenberg, he leaked out of Walter during the pool. And when he was bashing his fist up against the paper towel dispenser, and Walter still trying to contain Heisenberg. He's trying to preoccupy himself with and distract himself with all these just meaningless tasks. It's like, okay, you're going a little overboard with... He probably chose the most complicated water heater on purpose. He chose to fully renovate the wood underneath. He was probably going to change the wires too. And he tried so hard to contain him. And Heisenberg just broke free. And now Walter is just kind of locked in this cage now. Walter might leak out from time to time, but now I'm curious to see Walter's dynamic with everyone. It's crazy. This is like Saw. The Jigsaw Killer. You know how, when you see, how he survived death, and he just had a totally new outlook on life? It's kind of similar. But yeah, I think Walter's a schizo now. And you saw him earlier. He was shaving his head. He could probably grow his hair out again, but he's choosing to shave his head. Like Heisenberg, yeah, he's totally taken over. He likes it. I wonder if Walter's ever gonna, try his own product. I know that you're not... If you're, a dealer, if you're a producer... Well, Tuco did it. Try his own product? I don't know, we'll see. Jesse's tried it. Jesse. That was probably the best way to apologize to Jesse. Apology girl. Just to show that Jane actually listens to Jesse, knows Jesse. He's more than just the stoner guy. When Walter gets mad, he always plays that card. You're just a stoner, you're stupid, you're just a junkie. How much of this did you smoke? Where's the rest of my money? Did you smoke it all? And then Jane's like, oh, you're just my stoner tenant that I'm sleeping with. It's just Jesse feels like nobody knows him. I'd be hurt too. Did you see him numbing the pain? He was whispering to himself, he was like, please, please. Just like he did in the, when the RV was, the engine wasn't working. I mean, one was, physically he was going to die, but, the other one with Jane is, emotionally he's going to die. Nobody cares about me. Nobody knows me. Parents disown me. My friends, the guy that I've been cooking with, the guy that I see as a father figure, that I actually like hanging out with, he's calling it quits soon. And this girl that I really like doesn't even see me for, a real person. Just a booty call. But that apology girl, drawing, it shows that Jane cares. I've learned a lot from the show. What is Jesse and Heisenberg? What's going to happen when they meet? I like it when Jesse says, "Yeah, Mr. White," And whenever he calls him Walter or Walt, it's because he's done something, to piss him off, royally. It's kind of like when you yell at a kid and you use their full name. They're not used to hearing it. It's just you listen up, you smarten up. It's the same whenever Walter calls him Pinkman. So I'm interested in seeing their dynamic. It's totally changed. Walter, I think he's going to be drunk on power soon. He just told that guy and his other cookmate, they look like a bizarro version of Walter and Jesse, right? So they even have a little RV too. Oh God, that intro is killing me now. Remember when I thought it was it's just an artistic, it has another meaning. Playtime is over. Well, yeah, if I just ended the show there and chose not to watch anymore, but now it's just okay, there's two bodies. There must have been a hit job. Maybe it's those two guys that Walter just told, to piss off. Get out of his territory. I don't know, I'm suspicious of everyone. I think, that could have been those two guys. Heisenberg, that's in prison right now, is probably going to get shanked by the cartel. Because it's said in the song that, the cartel doesn't show mercy. They don't forget. They don't forgive. And Heisenberg, he's already dead. He just doesn't know it. Because this gringo controls the market. See if, it stops the spread. It's not going to stop. There's going to be more meth. There's more blue crystal. Hank's going to find out. There's no way they can keep track of all this stuff. They have to sell it, and then the cover is blown. They'll find out that Brandon was lying, Badger was lying, and they'll go back and ask questions. Come on, and Hank's already suspicious. I mean, what they should have done was maybe make it just a couple percentages less pure, just to throw people off, make it look like they're copycats, so that Heisenberg can appear to be in jail, and they can keep selling. I don't know. It's just theories that I'm throwing out there. I don't care. If I'm right, I'm, good job, but, it's fun. Skyler. What are you doing? Oh, man. We're going to start calling her Miss Grabby Hands. Walter's not the man that she married. Not anymore. So she's trying to, get that affection from another person. Somebody that she trusts. Somebody that she also shares a history with. That she's known for a while. Skyler, you were the rock. Cornerstone of the family. Okay, Skyler's, super pregnant right now. When is she gonna, pop? Walter Jr. Nothing's changed. He's still the same person that he was, he's a little bit happier, I guess. Same with Marie. Hank, we'll see if the dude's recovered. He's a cool uncle. He'd be pretty cool to hang out with. He knows the limit and he stays within it. He's joking now about Tortuga Machete. But we'll see if he goes to therapy with Marie. I didn't know Breaking Bad had an expanded universe in Better Call Saul. So there's something to look forward to. I'll wait until the show's over. I don't know if it's finished yet. Yeah, it's still going on. I like to wait until, the series is completed before I actually start to watch it. I'm not doing none of this wait a week for an episode nonsense. My first impression of the guy, he's slippery and he's slick. He doesn't seem like he breaks the law. He just makes it work for him in whatever circumstance that he's in. He'll go through loopholes, Surprised this guy isn't, doing more high-profile cases. The Three Stooges. Oh, man. No. Walter's not gonna forgive him. I mean, Heisenberg isn't gonna forgive him. I bet Skinny Pete is still looking for them. Walter's number is in Skinny Pete's phone. Catch Skinny Pete. Trace all the calls. They'll find Walter's number. I mean, they had to, right? Because they were gonna die. Oh, Skinny Pete didn't even help out. So it was just a waste. His number is in Skinny Pete's phone for nothing. Ugh, Badger, moron. I knew Badger was gonna be a problem. You said it was in the Constitution. Maybe Road Trip and Breaking Bad share the same universe. And that's the same character who ate that disgusting waffle pancake. Bank loan. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Negro Yazul. I think I lost it. Okay, so I have 2 workout songs. Black and Blue. I'm done saying that. That song and this new one at the end of episode 10. Now listen to it and work out. It will be glorious. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. 3 more to go before the end of season 2. We're getting there. we're making a dent into this series. My battery might have been charged, but my memory card was full. Right at the end, too. Can you imagine if I just went through the whole thing and I didn't even notice? Because I have like the camera like flap, like the screen like closed halfway, so I wouldn't even be able to tell. Okay, I'll make sure that the card is empty. So, okay. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.